Well, I have to say that all parties are coalitions, and my party, the Liberal Democrats, are no exception, and there are differences of opinion within political parties. The government, as part of the coalition, introduced a policy on tuition fees. I don't agree with that policy. I disagreed with that policy. I voted against the policy. I stand by the policy I stood the last election on, and I stand by my vote in the House of Commons. There was some of the scaremongering at the time has been disproved. I think most people would disprove it. More people are going to higher education. My opposition to tuition fees was one, the fact that I'd made a promise, and I'm afraid I'm of the old school, I keep my promises. But secondly, and critically, the fact that I don't believe we should be institutionalising debt in society. Most students having tuition fees won't be paying back their tuition fees, but some will. Some will, and therefore debt becomes another feature of their lives. I think that's wrong. I stand by the policy. As I said, it was one of the reasons why I joined the party in the first place. I believe in education free at the point of delivery, and in this case free at the point of exit as well. And I stand by that conviction. It might be costly, it might be idealistic now, there might be an emerging consensus that we can't um, end tuition fees, but I stand on that policy as a matter of principle, as I always have done. On the bedroom tax, I knew it was a disaster waiting to happen. That's why in the Welfare Reform Bill, when it was introduced, up until the very last minute, literally in the House of Commons, the whips were trying to persuade me to vote for the bedroom tax. I voted against it then. I was unconvinced it wouldn't work in rural areas. It wouldn't work for the people, the disabled people whose houses need adaptations. It wouldn't work for members of the forces and for retiring veterans and for people with foster children. There are a whole range of people, and particularly in rural areas, it wouldn't work. And yet the government ploughed on. So I voted against it at the time of the Welfare Reform Bill, and I remain convinced that it's wrong. More recently, I've tried to change it. A friend of mine, the Liberal MP in St Ives in Cornwall, Andrew George, has got a bill, the Affordable Homes Bill, which would remedy the bad aspects of the bedroom tax. And of course, the Tory party have blocked it. Every Liberal MP in the House of Commons voted for that bill, as did Labour, as did Plaid Cymru. It needs something called a money resolution to pass, and the Tories wouldn't give it to him, which means that we're still stuck with the bedroom tax, stuck with the problems. 300 families in this constituency stuck with the implications of it. So, when the opposition say these things, I can't deny that elements of my party voted for them, but I'll be standing on my record on tuition fees, my record on the bedroom tax. And I should say, members of my family, my broader family, are suffering the effects of the bedroom tax. So I don't need any lessons from the Labour Party about the hardship people have suffered from the bedroom tax. I'm going to give my surgeries to see the hardship. That's why I'm against it, and that's why it must be repealed. It really must be repealed after the next general election.